So looking at that blue paper, looking at the properties on that blue paper, which of those properties will apply to this problem? The product rule, because we're multiplying, right? The very first property. And the product rule says if I have same basis and I multiply, what do I do with the exponents?
Add them.
I add them up. So this becomes that way, right? So in this case, have the same basis. So then we have 10 plus 2 plus 6. What would that be?
That's 2.
Go back.
Good? Everybody get it?
Yeah, I was right.
Questions?
On the sheet, are we not supposed to be talking about this?
Now, on the 6.1 worksheet, 21, 22, 23 is talking about scientific notations. You all should have done those in 8th grade and 9th grade general science classes. But scientific notations are just ways of writing very, very big numbers or very, very small numbers to be able to either add, actually multiply and divide it. Okay? So when you're thinking about very big things like measuring the distance between the Earth and, say, Jupiter, right? Or measuring the total area of the landmass on, say, any one of the planets. Those are very big numbers. Or measuring the escape speed that a rocket uses to leave the Earth's atmosphere. There's a lot of big numbers, right? Or determining if I take a grain of sand, and cut it into 4 pieces and trying to measure one of those pieces. It's a very small number. So that's what we need scientific notation the most. But we're not going to test on those. I do, however, expect you to be able to do problems like a 19 and 20, right? The link to geometry, right? So for example, number 20, there's a circle, right? And it's asking you to determine the area of a circle. Anybody remember off the top of their head? What's the pi r squared? Right? Area of a circle. Huh? What kind of a pi is that?
Black
pi. Pi r squared. What does the r represent here? The radius. The radius is half the distance, right? From the center to any point on the circle is the radius. Are we given the radius in that problem? What is it?
Yes.
Yep, what is it?
X.
So we have this pi, and we said whatever we have for radius, we're going to square it. And the radius is giving us pi x squared. This is the radius they give us. So now we just need properties of exponents on that, right? What do we do here? Power rule. So first thing we distribute it, right? You get a 2, you get a 2. How you doing? So this pi gets a 2. What will be the exponent on the x now? Why?
Because 2 times 2.
Because 2 times 2 for the power rule. Are we done?
No.
What do we do next? Alright? What's the total power on the pi?
3.
Yeah. Pi cubed x to the 4th. This is the day to ask the questions. This is the day you stump the chump.
Do you do 36
I can do whatever.
on this?
Yeah. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just challenging me. Oh, you don't know how to do that. Yeah, you do it. Right. Yeah, I can do it. 36 on the Thursday paper.
Yeah.
36. So let's deal with this first piece. What property are we applying here?
Power.
Right, we gotta distribute that, right? Gotta distribute it. So, what's 1 to any power? Okay. So this is 1 over 4 to the 5th times 4 to the 13th. This is a fraction, right? Can I write this as a fraction? What would be the denominator? 1. Okay. Now we're just multiplying fractions. What's 1 times that thing? That thing, right? And then 4 to the 5th times 1? 4 to the 5th. That thing.
Oh, I know that song.
Man. Okay, let's do this. He's like, oh, I heard that before. I already told you, you don't have to write any jokes in here. After their Monday joke about the cookies. Not yesterday, last Monday. You are always. Okay, this is a division. So what property do we apply here? The quotient rule. What do we do in the quotient rule? We subtract the exponents. So what's 13 minus 5?
8. 65,536.
Ooh, I know numbers.
He said you had it in his
Is it okay if we leave it like that? Like 4?
Nope.
No.
That's why you got a property that addresses that. We never drop the mic early. And if you're worried about what properties you're applying here, didn't we extend this the other day and say I could write this 4 as how many times? 13, and then write this as 5 times and just cancel and see how many this got to give, the same amount here, see what's left over. Right? Survivor, math, just vote people off the island, you see the last person. Hopefully it's not Omarosa. Big brother, big sister house, right there. All right, questions? So, -3 xy divided by 9 x cubed. Guys, pay attention, please. Just to annoy me. Anyways, we have powers here, right? Wherever we don't have anything that's a power of 1.
What did you ask?
No, I didn't ask. I just made a statement. So whenever we don't have anything that's a power of 1.
Oh, yeah.
So then what do we do here?
You could cancel the 3 and the 9.
We can reduce, right, the 3 and the 9. But we can also just start saying, if they have the same amount value up and down, then we just cancel them out, right? Also, in order to not waste our lives, 3 and 3 is 7 how many times? 3 divides 3 how many times?
3.
I like how she's going to her for interpretation. Wait, what he said? So going forward, I just talk to you, and you can interpret to her, right? It's no different from conferences where I speak Goya and then you interpret, oh, this is what Goya meant. You hear blah, blah, blah. That's what you hear. Okay.
I don't know if it's 8. I'm sorry.
But you have it written on your paper, so you could have just referred to it. Okay. For the x's, I got 1 up here. I got 3 of them down here. So where's going to be my leftover when I get to canceling?
The bottom.
The bottom, because the bottom has the most. So if I take 1 out of here, How many do I have left here?
Two.
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 You see that? It says -4 and 1. Which one is bigger?
The one.
The 1. So this -4 goes up, it becomes what?
Five.
A +4. So, -1, y to the 1, y to the 4, because my cousin over there is already confused. I'm just saying my cousin because we're all humans. I'm hoping. You're still human, right? And not because I'm thinking from Africa, because you're my uncle. All right. So now I get x to the, y to the 5th, and then 3x squared. As the kid just keep looking at the phone. Oh, she ain't respond yet. She ain't respond yet. and then he gonna send it again just to make sure she saw it. Right.
Mr. Gray, I know you're not talking. Your wife was cheating on you last year.
It's okay. I accept it.
You're not supposed to.
Well, you can't come back and
I just gotta accept reality. At this age, and this height, and this gapness, I ain't got nothing else. Besides my paycheck, I ain't got nothing else. But at least I already got one though. I mean, you, what's your excuse? All right, guys, bring it back. Bring it back. So the question is, how did I get this -1? So I divided by 3. 3 divided 3. This is a negative right here, right? So a negative. It's a 1 with a negative, right? Or we just take this out.
See, I think it's
That's how I took the negative out. But if you like, you can write it here. The next problem was 40. All right, let's do 40. Number 40. Oh, okay.
Jackie, I'm gonna beat you.
C. Fifth. Let's pay attention to number 40. What property from the blue paper can we apply here?
power.
The power rule. What does the power rule say?
Multiply x.
We multiply the exponents. So what's 5 times 5?
25.
25. So Z gets a 25.
27.
That's a Z.
What?
Dang, I didn't know that.
I'm not even going to say anything. We'll just keep it going.
Versus.
What?
What?
Hey, no.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Hey, could we do
Put in front of the square. Can we do which one?
Could we do 50?
You're going to try to get all the education in for the days you missed, huh? Like, I'm going to go this one day. I'm going to learn for 5 days I missed. Never seen a kid miss so much school like you, man. You just get up and be like, oh, nope, not going to that.
He come to the 7th hour.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, they be coming at 7
He came there. He
It's
came there at 7th
it's
hour.
cold, first hour.
That's what you wanted to say, bro?
Sometimes it's even worse, 7th
I'm walking
hour.
the 7th hour. I see this man.
Come to the
walking
7th
there.
hour. Number 50. 3
Why you talking about
X.
Mr. Boy in Red Jackson?
I don't have one. So it's okay. That's my name.
He said,
Well, my babies get born.
What?
Like Legos.
What?
So you can buy it too.
Okay.
Sorry, these babies with this children.
Yeah. Y'all got problems. So what do we do with a 4? We distribute, right? So you get a 4, you get a 4, you get a 4, you get a 4. Everybody gets a 4. How you doing? So 3 gets a 4. X gets a
28.
28.
It's all upper body.
I'm trying to ignore this conversation. Can we move?
You say upper body.
She says like an ice cream.
Y gets a
48.
48.
49.
See, you laugh.
Everybody gets a 4.
It's funny.
No.
Oh.
Distribute a 4.
Original term.
And so if they already have powers, we just multiply all of the exponents by 4. There was a 1 here and a 1 here, right? So 3 gets 1 times 4.
It's number 40.
That's it.
X gets 7 times 4.
Yes, sir.
2 gets 1 times 4, and then the Y gets 12 times 4. They all get a times 4. It's that whole gotta be fair thing. When you do the one, you do the Black Lives Matter. It's Black History Month. Respect everybody equally. Don't do blackface. If you won't do whiteface. You know, just stupid stuff.
Did you do one more?
No, we need to
You do
do like
45.
a lot more.
Huh?
Oh, she's just gonna throw in. I'm just doing 18, 19. I'm putting my 2 right now. I see fake Terrence over there gonna keep asking questions.
Can we do 42 as well?
Which one you said?
45.
45. 45.
49.
Hey, that connection clear.
I can tell who's been with me way too long because y'all already messed up. 45.
That's better than 40.
Who's got no cable?
You know Channel 45 also on cable, right? Local
I know,
TV is
but-
on cable, right?
Wait, go ahead.
Yeah, it's just Wayne. Dude got no cable. Sometimes you gotta think
Sorry.
about stuff. Because sometimes you say stuff and then you just sound low.
Sorry, man.
Yeah.
Ah!
It's some sometimes, man.
That's all the times. Okay. We got fractions, people.
Yes.
What do we do here? Multiply across, right? So, what's the top? What's 1 times anything?
Anything.
That thing.
Like, it's
The same thing.
I said any, he gave me that.
Oh.
Alright.
Still that thing.
Okay, what property do we apply here now?
You subtract it.
Quotient rule, so we're subtracting, right? So what's 9 from 15?
6.
You gotta count your fingers a little bit. Okay. Oh, I got 3 toes this way. I got 9 toes on this other side.
9 toes.
I got 3 this way and 9 on the other side.
It's very dysfunctional.
Don't make fun of me.
Got 3 toes on one side. I don't know.
So how many toes you got there?
What's 3 plus 9?
But like, no, you got 12 toes?
Yep, I got some of my cousins in the circles, so I just got enough of my family.
Was it a tribute to them?
She got EQ.
What'd you say, number 17 and 18? 18 and 19. So,
Oh my God.
do you want to put in all your order right now? Because don't treat it like Mama T restaurant. I want some chicken on it too. Yeah, cassava leaf, you know? Okay, how about the soup? Which one do you want? Because he just went with 18 and 19, and can you do 17 too? It's like those people who come to your job and don't know what they want, right?
I hate that. Oh my God. I'm sitting there like,
Or they give you money, and then you're about to make change, and they go, oh, I got extra change, can I just add this to it?
Oh my God.
nah, what makes me mad is they order some and then they be like, oh, I don't have enough. Like how you wait? Got enough. Like, don't be greedy if you ain't got the money for it. Like, don't come on now.
Wow. I didn't know they have so much pent up issues about Customers? Yeah, or like they do this, or like they're walking and their pants ain't fitting them right. That's good work. You start with 18, is that okay? And that's on this, what is it? So 18.
You just picture your toes and I think in the middle.
So, let's pay attention here. Can we combine the X and the Y? No, why not?
Because same base.
Right, they're on the same basis, right? So what are we supposed to be doing here? What do we automatically see? The exponent, right? The negative exponent. The fourth commandment, right? So what do we do now? What do we
Change
do?
it.
Put it to the bottom.
Play that whole Mr. Goya game, right?
You want to see negative on move it to the bottom because we don't longer move the positive because it's negative.
So this X stays up here, we don't move it because the power is positive, right? The Y moves,
To the bottom.
and then becomes a
Positive squared.
I didn't know that.
That was so easy. Parents could have did it.
You thought you had cool points?
No.
At all. At all.
You said 19 also? On this,
It's like this.
17? You got 17 also? We should do 17?
What
Oh, on the other one? 17 on this page? These two kids are smart. They're still trying to draw the three toes and they
My toes messed up.
Okay, 17. Alright, folks, let's pay attention. a little. Pay attention a little. Okay. So, what are we doing here? We distribute the negative 4, right? So, everybody gets a call, right? The whole Oprah Winfrey stuff, right? All right. You can get a call if you got money. So, 3 gets a negative 4. What does the B get? A negative 4 also, right? What do we see right away that we have to fix here? Yeah. So, the 3 drops down. The B drops down. Do we leave the top empty?
1.
Yeah, the placeholder right here, right?
81 being to the 4.
Somebody had a problem on this side when we do. I'm making fun of them. 42. Oh.
Is this 42? Oh, she's technically looking at read the numbers.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay. Hey, folks. So, you wanted it?
No.
Oh, I thought you wanted it.
Okay, go up.
How can you try to sell it
What?
on eBay?
Okay.
Okay, guys. Hey. So, I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to think about it very thoroughly. Okay? Y'all ready? Can I distribute this to
No.
No, not yet. After you distribute the 3. Wait, hold on.
So you
Yeah.
distributed that?
Yeah, you distribute the 3 first, right?
We distributed 3 first?
Yeah.
Okay. If that's how y'all want to do it, let's do that. But how do I distribute the 3?
You only to the 2.
No.
To the 2?
Yeah.
So then we do a power to a power?
Yeah.
Right, that's what you're going for? Yeah, okay, power to a power, that's the power rule. What do we do? We multiply. So 2 times 3?
Yeah, you make it sound like you're stupid.
So this is what you meant?
Would that ultimately be the same thing?
Okay. So now that we have this, my question is still, can I distribute that?
Yes.
Making it sound stupid.
Yes.
Well, I just just asked a question.
No,
I'm just
yes.
All night though.
Yeah.
Please pay attention. I need everybody to have an opinion here. Do we distribute the 6, the exponent to the b and to the 1?
Yeah.
Yes? No?
Yes. That's what we just.
People are saying yes? Let's justify what property says we can do that.
There's another.
It's the exponent. It's the power rule.
They don't have a plus sign in it.
Say it out.
Oh,
Don't have a plus sign in it.
Please be careful. Be careful. When you look over there, on all of the parentheses where we distributed, we didn't have a plus or minus.
Period.
We have a multiplication or division is the only time we distribute the exponent. Okay? Be very careful with that. Don't just be automatic.
So you have to add
Well,
that.
We can do what we do. This is the answer. Or if you really want to show off, you do this parentheses times itself times itself times itself 6 times, and then you FOIL all over, and then you correct like this. But this is it.
Oh, okay.
Final tour. Michael Jackson.
She said,
This is it.
here I stand. Oh my God.
What? Wasn't there his final album, the final tour?
Tour didn't even happen.
Well, but here's the thing though. The man knew what was going to happen. Because if he had lived, what was he going to do? Go to another tour and call it, no, seriously, this is the final
Well,
tour?
he did make a documentary. So.
Well, but he could have, here's the thing. If he had lived, then that means he wasn't going to do any more tour, right? Because he said it was the final one. You can't come back from there and be like, oh no, guys, no, I was just messing around. This is the final.
Well, that's true.
Man.
That's true.
So the king knew when he was heading out. He's like, man, I'm out. Okay.
what's that?
It's a cat.
It's so cute.
Cat video. They're looking at a cat video while I'm
It's
teaching.
a cat.
Mr. Goya is up for here. This is the best TV everywhere.
It's the best TV ever.
This is the best TV show. The Goya show.
The Goya show.
Yeah.
If
Black
Goya-
Bot.
If Goya didn't film it, it wasn't filmed right.
Get your face.
You do know that this is going on YouTube, right? I'm just trying to let you know now. So,
Boy.
all right, any other questions? 24? All right, let's do 24.
It's on the other side.
On the other side of the tracks. That's the side I'm from. All right. So real quick. All righty. What's happening here? What do we automatically see? Negative exponents. So what do we have to do with it? So this one has a positive exponent, so we don't move it, right? This 3. Does it have a negative or positive exponent?
Positive.
So we keep it where we find it, right? X. So what does it move?
To the top.
All right, becomes it's okay to do bottoms up. Just make sure we're not doing no bottom stuff, right? Bottoms up is just numbers and variables.
Right.
All right, okay. I'll go home and your mom be like, Mr. Goya, what's going on here? My baby got home and she's doing bottoms up, looking for bottoms. I got to work on the variables. Bottoms up, put your variables up.
Okay.
What? What? Black Pie! LRB Records! You ain't got none on that, man.
Bro, watch out, bro. Come on, bro. It's going on YouTube, bro. Oh, 2 people.
Y'all just mad? Black Pie! Okay. Questions? I get a little bit too much coffee every morning. It's a height, it's too short, and there's way too much energy. You know, fun size people with too much energy, right, shorty?
Hey, well, at least
Yeah,
it's
bro.
by the fact that y'all height.
We have you already.
Y'all already short, so the caffeine can't do nothing.
Yeah. All right, question though. Anybody? Today's review day, folks. Ask all your questions. Come ready tomorrow with your A game. Ask all your questions.
Can we do 22?
We can do whatever you like, man. You know.
You know what? Oh, let's do 32.
Math on ice, okay? Not Patron on ice. Math on ice. You can do whatever you like.
Okay.
Put some X's on ice. Put some variables. Which one you said?
22.
22
and 30.
and 30s. Come on, just throw in what I got right now. 22 and 30.
You never had your
Oh, okay. So C, -3, D, -5. This parenthesis was not even necessary, right? So what do we see right away?
You gotta flip a negative.
Yeah, they're both negative exponents, so we're just going to change their locations, right? You know, them cheap rotisserie chicken that Walmart be making for you, just spin it around. That's all you do.
Hey, bro. It comes chicken.
Man, all them chicken fans going, oh man, you want the best one? It's
my
about
God.
Uncle Tom's chicken.
Everybody
That's the size. They're But that's the restaurant called Uncle Tom's.
I'll make my own cheese.
You like what? Sweetie pies? All them chicken folks coming out now. Which one? Churches is the best.
Alright, I agree with that.
I never eat.
Churches.
You ain't hear me be like churches.
Yeah, Church's chicken.
It's a little too greasy though.
All fried chicken is greasy.
All fried chicken.
That's a little bit more greasy.
48.
That's true. I put my hand straight in grease.
Be nice to us. Please shut up. With all due respect, you're ugly, you know. That's that whole please shut up thing. Like, all due respect, like, no, that's disrespect. Well, I'm not trying to be racist, but you're about to be. Please don't say it. Please don't say it. It always comes in. Yeah, I'm not trying to be racist, but no, stop right there. Because nothing you can say that's going to be great after that, right? Yeah. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you, but here comes the disrespect.
Right, like, don't even say
Like, I don't even say it. I'm just saying, if you take it the wrong way, you take it the wrong way. Simple.
it's already took the wrong way if you gotta say that before you say it.
If you gotta say, I'm not trying to be
If you gotta
disrespectful,
say that, then you know
something
that's
that's coming out is going to be disrespectful.
Exactly. That's what you just say.
No, that's what you just keep it to
You
yourself.
just keep it.
Keep it to
If
yourself.
you're going to say that, so I'm about to say something, I hope it doesn't sound racist. I'm like, ooh, stop
Or
right
at least
there.
ask somebody that you
Stop right
ask a
there.
black friend.
I'm about to say something. Don't get butthurt.
Low key, man.
Okay? That's what we're doing. So 6 gets a 3. Z gets a 3.
Amazing. I
260.
didn't know that.
Drop the mic. Black pie, out!